in Revit. Now I'm going to be using roof by extrusion command as well as roof by face or true massing in Revit. But before I get started, I would just like to ask you to like this tutorial, it helps me out a lot, and if you haven't already, I suggest you subscribe because I make videos like this every day. Okay, so let's get started. Here I am in Revit and I'm just going to be starting an architectural template for this project. And here I'm going to be creating my roofs. So first, let's create an in-place mass roof, and I'm going to be creating two shapes of roofs. One will be kind of a flat face roof, and the other one will be kind of a curvy, wavy roof. So let's do the flat face roof first, and I saw this image of this model, architectural model, and it looks kind of cool, so I thought why not create that in Revit for this example. So here I'm just going to go here to Massing and Site tab, go in place mass, just cancel out of this, let's call it mass 1, and here we are. So first I'm just going to create one rectangle that's going to be kind of representing the house. So let's create it like this, let's make it a bit longer. Okay, and now let's go into 3D. So we have our rectangle that's representing our house. So I'm just going to select it and go here, create form. And you get something that looks like this. Once we have this generic house shape, box shape, now we can start playing around with our roof. So I'm going to go here to reference line, make sure that drawn face is selected and make sure the 3D snapping is selected. And now I'm just going to start from this here point, go down over here like this, go up over here, connect it down here, and then move down over here and connect it up here. Okay, so you get something that looks like this. That's the generic shape of the roof I've shown you in that model. Now I'm going to delete our box, so we're kind of left just with this. And here I'm just going to pick one point and make it higher, so it kind of has slopes on each side. And now let's create some faces from this. So I'm going to select these two sides, then by holding the control I'm going to select this side too, and go here and create form, and you just go and select this flat face form. And if you can't really see anything, try turning to realistic, and maybe in this angle you can see something, but you can't really see this massing. That's not good. Okay, in consistent colors it looks better. Then you go and select these two, this one as well, you go create form, you select this, and now you can see we have our faces. Now because that roof from the model is kind of divided into three parts, I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm just going to go here to site plan, go to model, select rectangle, go set work plane, and I'm going to set it to work plane 1, uncheck 3D snapping, and make sure to check draw on work plane for this one, because we only want to draw on work plane level 1. And now I'm just going to create a rectangle that kind of cuts this house here and here as well. So now I can go into 3D. You can see we have this. I select one of these rectangles, I go create form, extend it all the way up so it's going through our roof shape, and change the form from solid to void. And now as you can see we have this cut in our roof. Do the same thing for the other one, so create form, extend it all the way beyond roof, and go here from solid to void. And you get this. Okay, so once this is finished, you just go finish mass, you get a warning, but don't worry, it's not important. And now we have this shape, and now we need to create our walls and a roof, of course. So go to architecture, and first for the roof, open up roof by footprint here and find this roof by face. And you just need to select these two faces, go create roof, and it usually just makes it on one face for some reason. Then you select the other one, you go create roof, and you get the both of them. So once you have your roof, you go into level 1, and you probably can't see your roof, so here try to go on overlay. Where is it? Okay, here's overlay, try level 2, and now you can see your roof. And once you're here, now we can create our walls. So I'm going to go here to wall, select rectangle, and from wall center line I'm going to choose here finish face exterior, because this is the exterior face of the wall. And here I'm just going to leave it at generic, and for the height let's just leave it at level 2, we'll connect it to the roof later on. So I'm just going to create one roof here, one roof here, and the last one here. Okay, now let's go into 3D. It looks like this. I'm going to select all four of these walls, and you do that just by hovering over one of them and hit the tab key. You select all of them, you go attach top base, and you select one roof, and you get something that looks like this. Then you go unjoin, then once everything is selected, you go again attach top base, and you select the other roof, and you just go here, and you get something that looks like this. Now, as you can see, this wall didn't connect properly, but don't worry, we're going to fix that later. Now you do the same thing, the same process for the rest of them. So you attach one side, then you attach to the other side, and you do the same thing for this one. Okay, and as you can see, we have left this one and this one unconnected. So I'm just going to select them and go edit profile, and just by using the align tool I can align them to this, or if that doesn't work, just go pick lines and select this line, delete this, and just use trim and extend to trim this in place, and you go finish, and you do the same thing for this wall. So edit profile, you delete this line, you use pick lines to capture this line, and then just by trim and extend you connect everything and you finish. So you get this cool looking roof shape. Okay, for the second one, I'm going to be reproducing this roof I did for this project for school early on, and I'm just going to go to level 1, and it's a roof by extrusion, but it's kind of different, and I'll show you how. So here I'm just going to go wall, and let's create another rectangle, so something like this. And because in my project all houses were rotated towards the south by 30 degrees, so here I'm just going to rotate this by 30 degrees like so. And now let's create a reference plane on which we'll draw our extrusion for our roof. So just go here, reference plane, and just place it like so vertically. Select it and name it roof so you can select it easier later on. So once we have this reference plane, we can go to adequate elevation. In this case this is east elevation, and here we have our walls of our house. So let's model the roof. So I'm just going to go here to roof, open this up, and go roof by extrusion. And for pick a plane, as you remember, we named it roof, so I'm just going to select reference plane roof, go OK, select it to be at level 2, and now let's do the lining. So let's do one line like this, then let's turn to spline and kind of do these 2 points over here, and then let's finish it off with a line here, and then you go finish. Now let's go into 3D to see what that looks like, and it looks like this. So it doesn't really look nice, but don't worry, we'll fix that up. And then you just use these grip lines to kind of make it go around the house, just make sure that it encompasses the whole house. And now we need to trim this roof up. So you go here into edit profile, or sorry, edit vertical. So just select this vertical opening. And this is for making vertical openings, but it can also be used to trim all of these extents. So I'm just going to go here to site, and here we have our roof, but we can't see our house, so just change this graphic display options to wireframe, and now you can see your walls. And then just by using pick lines, I'm going to select outer lines of the walls. So this is where we want our roof to finish. Maybe extend it a bit here and here to make it look cooler, I don't know, maybe like this. And then because you want to cut everything else off, you just create another rectangle around this. So the void is actually this ring, rectangular ring thing, and when you go finish and into 3D, you get roof that looks like this. So you can see it has a curve, but because it's at 30 degrees, it looks quite cool on this on these walls. So I'm just going to select all of these walls and go attach top base and attach them to this. Okay, so this is roof by extrusion, and we made it quite interesting. And for the final one, it will be just a curvy wall or curvy roof. So I'm just going to go here to massing and site and go to in place mass. Let's select a mass, go into level 1, and let's add some reference planes. So I'm just going to go here and maybe do 3 in a row. So you create like 3 reference planes like this, and you name them. Let's name this one 1, this one 2, and this one 3. Okay, then you go into perhaps into 3D, or you can go just to right elevation like so. This is perhaps better. And now let's just start drawing our roof. So here I'm just going to go here to model line. Make sure that this work plane is selected. Make sure 3D snapping is off, and then you set your work plane and you set it to plane 1. And then you can start drawing over here. So I'm just going to draw a spline like this. Then I'm going to go here to modify, then set work plane. Let's set it up to 2. Again, create spline, perhaps like this. Just make sure it's not too crazy, because then it won't be able to create a roof. And then let's create another one at number 3. So let's do something like this. You go finish, you go into 3D, and this is what you get. Now you select all of them just by holding the control key, and you go create form, and you get crazy wavy roof like this. So you just go to finish mass, and then you go to architecture, roof by face, you select this face, you go create roof, and this is what you get. And of course later on you can go into level 1 and perhaps do some walls. You can do, let's just do a rectangle over here, and then go into 3D, select all of these walls, attach to the top base, and you get this thing. Okay, so these are 3 complex roof shapes in Revit made easy. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and share this tutorial, and if you have any questions, comments or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.